there are certain kinds of music I love and kinds I hate. I totally dig on 80s pop and rock, pop punk, new wave, Irish drinking songs, third wave ska, movie scores, or at least soundtracks by specific composers, things like that. But if you force me to experience rap, country, or opera, I may be forced to cause you nearly obscene amounts of pain. I have similar taste in food. Totally dig on most Asian food, for example, but don't ever serve me anything that incorporates mayonnaise. Ugh. I could go on about things like movies, books, the various subgenres of science fiction, and so on. Some I love, some I hate. And everybody has their own tastes that are almost certainly not the same as mine. There'll probably be some overlap, but we all have our own unique set of preferences in our heads. Similarly, we have our own taste in behavior. One person may say that lying is wrong, and most of us would agree, but the con artist has no problem with it. There are a lot of people who think homosexuality is just plain abhorrent, while others think it's no big deal, if not perfectly lovely. And what we consider all right is fluid. Slavery. There are definitely times in history when this was just A-OK, though I'm sure the slaves themselves had a bit of a problem with it. Now we find it wretched, atrocious. Our taste in behavior can change. Much like preferences for music, food, and fiction, each person carries these preferences around in our own heads. There may be some overlap, but we all have our own unique set of preferences in our head. And what do we call the distinction between right and wrong? Morality. Morality is nothing more than a taste in behavior, a preference for how people act. Some like to put morality up on a pedestal like it's more than that, and they're wrong to do it. Morality is as subjective as our favorite color, and the radically different preferences in how people behave that is so often culture-dependent, and how often it has changed over time should at least suggest this quite strongly, if not prove it outright. But there are those who would have us believe that morality is built into the universe, or handed down to us by a higher being of one sort or another, never mind that these higher beings would just be telling us their own preferences in how we should behave. It would seem that this stems from a need for the comfort of certainty. A world of subjective, fluid morality is certainly more scary than one of objective, inarguable morals. But that need for assurance cannot dictate reality, and nobody has ever been able to show a source of morals that did not boil down to perspective and preference. Ever. So when someone tries to argue for objective morality, they're either going to play word games with what objective means in a moral context, or they're just trying as hard as they can to prove the world they want is the world that is. Until next time, fellow space travelers, this is BionicDance saying don't run on automatic. Instead, please think. If you don't like what I'm saying, there's a good chance you're the reason I'm saying it.